What's going on, guys? It's your boy Mateo Makes Moves. We're back with another video. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about being fat and lazy. I have on my screensaver a screenshot of a picture I took in college, and the caption is, "Some people know they're lazy and do nothing about it." And I can speak on this subject, guys, because I was one of those people. And that's why I took a picture of that screenshot when I was in college. This was over 5 or 6 years ago at this point. And this was around the point where my mindset really shifted. Since then, I've definitely gone through trials and tribulations, ups and downs, just like everybody. I haven't been on a straight stairways to success. But what I will say is that was the defining point of my life, man. That was literally the point of my life that unlocked a new paradigm, and if you guys don't know what that word is, I learned that from the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Again, one of the books in this time that I read that really changed my life, changed my paradigm, which means your perspective or the lenses that you're looking at life through. In that book, there's a quote. It says, "We don't see life as we are. We don't see life as it is, or we don't see the world as it is. We don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are." And now that's super important, guys, because let's be honest, a lot of people, they give excuses. They give victim mentality. They have a victim mentality. And no matter what, that's not going to change anything. If you think, I was born this way, my family made me this way, I had these friends, and I have these habits, and I have this health condition, and these are things that you cannot control. Guys, the most important thing you can do is change your paradigm. Change your mind, change your life. So I have a few teachers, a few mentors that I really look up to. I've never met these people, but I watch their videos. I listen to their words. I listen to their sermons. One of them is Jim Rohn. One of them is Bob Proctor. One of them is Napoleon Hill. Now, all of these resources are free, guys. Just like this YouTube video is free. If you're on this video, you're already taking the right step, right? Guys, take the next step. If you feel like you're a lazy person, if that's a word that you used to associate with yourself as I'm lazy or I'm a lazy person, man, I have a story for you guys. I used to have this shirt. I don't know who got it for me, and whoever got it for me, thank you, because now I have this story, but it really helped me identify with the fact that I was lazy, and that's not good. You guys should not be identifying with anything negative in your life. I had a shirt that said, "Lazy but talented." So that's from the age of 10 years old, and from the age of 10 years old or even before that, I was always good at school. I was good at sports. I never really had to put in too much work, even though I had a military father and he would make me work hard for certain things. But guys, if you guys associate yourself with the word lazy, you need to completely cut that. Change that now. And I'm telling you, once I started doing that, and that's more recently in my life, I've identified with, I'm a hardworking person, no matter what, because I just thought I was lazy but talented because of the shirt and because of the things people would tell me around me, my family, my friends. Listen, man, you're so naturally good at things, you don't even have to try. And that would get to my ego, and that would feed my ego. Oh yeah, you're right, I don't even have to try. I don't have to put in the effort that you do to get the A on the test. I don't have to put in the effort that you do in the gym to get the same results. I'm just naturally gifted that way. And that was the ego taking over my life, taking over my soul, and it wasn't letting me get to my next level. So guys, if you associate with a word, right, or any negative concept, and you know it, and you look yourself in the mirror and you're like, "Man, I'm lazy," or "Man, I'm just fat," or "Man, I'm just dumb," "Man, I can't focus." Take all of those words out of your vocabulary. Take all of those words, all of those sayings. Those are not even your voices. Those are other people's voices. You didn't come up with those concepts. You didn't come up with those ideas. And the reason that's important, guys, is because, let's be honest, if you're not listening to your own voice, you're listening to everyone else's voices around you, right? And who are the voices that you're listening to around you, right? And that's why the music you listen to, the TV shows you're watching, the content you're taking in on social media, all of those things are so important because you're getting fed all these voices, getting fed all of these words, all of these emotions, and they're not even your own. And they're dictating your life. And these are people that you don't care about, people that don't care about you, right? They truly don't care about you. That's the biggest thing I also realize is you can have so many people around you that are your friends, or they say they love you, and people that you think you're cool with. If they truly cared about you, they would be asking you very hard, difficult questions to challenge you to grow. If they're not doing that, then I'll be honest with you, they're not your true friends. They don't truly care about you. They're going through the same struggle that you're going with, and that it has nothing to do with them, right? So I don't want you to put blame on them and then shift the blame, because then you're becoming the same as everybody else. Don't shift the blame. you just understand that these people are dealing with the same thing that we're dealing with as humans, which is we're fed information, we're fed all these ideas about ourselves and about the world around us that don't necessarily align with who we are and the mindset that we want and the goals that we want, right? So you guys really need to take a step back and look back at, are my friends asking me, hey, what is your purpose in life? Hey, what do you feel like you're aligned with your purpose in life? Hey, what do you feel like is the goal of your life? Hey, do you feel like you're progressing from last year to this year? What have you learned from last year to this year? What have you learned from yesterday to today? Right? Or your friends just asking you, hey, did you see the game last night? Hey, what did you think about Bronny James making the NBA? Hey, what did you think about the Lakers drafting Bronny? Hey, what did you think about Caitlin Clark and XYZ? Listen, now we're just talking about other people. And I've heard this quote before and it really resonated with me because I started to change my mindset when it came to the things I would talk about with people. Right? It said, small-minded people talk about other people. Average-minded people talk about events. And large-minded people talk about ideas and concepts. Now, if your friends or your family or the people that you have around you in your inner circle are always talking about other people, if they're talking about other events, for example, the basketball game, the Panthers game, the hockey game, right? If they're talking about these things, or they're talking about, like I said, other people, they're gossiping. Hey, did you see what XYZ posted on Instagram? Hey, did you see that XYZ is pregnant? Hey, did you see that XYZ is getting married? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Right? And I think this is so important, guys, because this is how you view yourself and how you view the world is what's going to ultimately change your life. It's ultimately going to change how you act on a day-to-day basis. So out of everything I've learned to this point in my life, it's you need to change your mind, then you change your life. Again, and I learned that from Jim Rohn. Guys, I want you guys to take out a pen and paper and write this stuff down. This is real stuff I'm giving you guys. Real value, and it's going to help you get from where you're at to the next level. No matter where you're at right now. Change your mind, then change your life. If you're dealing with a situation, dealing with a problem, change your mind, then change your life. If you're dealing with a bad relationship, change your mind, then change your life. Never shift the blame to someone else. Take ultimate responsibility for yourself and responsibility for your actions, regardless of if you caused it or not. If you caused yourself, you can't change the fact that your mom was a drug addict. You can't change the fact that your dad left you when you were 2 years old. You can't change those things. But what you can do is say, okay, so what am I going to do about it? What now? What can I do now in this moment to make me better and get me to the goals I have? Because I know a lot of you guys that are watching this have big goals, because you wouldn't be watching this if you didn't. So I want everybody who is watching this, write down these things. Change your paradigm. Write down the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. That book will change your life. There's exercises within the book that are literally going to change your perspective, change how you see yourself. That makes you write down a personal mission statement. How many of you guys have written a personal mission statement? Right? This is not something I would even think about. I didn't even know what the word paradigm was before I read this book. Books are literally a cheat code. You can fast forward so many lessons. You can skip through so many lessons that you don't have to go through your own life, because other people before you have already gone through them, and you can just take that knowledge and apply it to your life. And you may still have to go through certain lessons. You can't learn everything through books. You still need to apply and learn and reapply and then relearn and reapply and relearn. And that's the only way some people might learn certain lessons, right? I'm not saying books are the end all be all, but you have to change what the input is to change the output. If you want more money, you need to change what you're intaking. You can't keep saying every single night, I want more money. I wish I would hit the lottery. That is the most scarcity broke mindset you could have. And while you're sitting there watching TV, watching basketball games every single night, you will not see a change. You keep doing the same thing every single day and you don't see a change and you don't know why. And the worst part about it is you do know why. Most people do know why they don't see a change. But that's why I titled this video, Stop Being Fat and Lazy. Because a lot of people are looking at themselves in the mirror and calling themselves, they're like, wow, I look fat. Wow, I'm so lazy. They see a picture of themselves, especially when I deal with my clients, they'll be like, oh, wow, I look so fat. Oh, wow, I look so ugly. Stop saying those things about yourself. Why would you even put those words in your mouth and proclaim those things over your life? What's the reason? What's the benefit? It's to cope and make yourself feel better about not being the person you're meant to be. And you know that. So stop identifying with being fat and lazy and identify with the fact that you're strong, healthy, and if you're not there yet, you're on your way to being strong, healthy, the best version of yourself. You're on your way. You're on the journey. But you're not fat and lazy. You shouldn't ever repeat those words again to yourself. Now, I think this idea right here, this whole first part of this video I talked about is super important. But I want to give you guys a couple practical tips besides reading that book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, besides reading As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. Great book. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Right? And then you guys can, one of my other favorite books is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It just talks about the power of the mind. What can you do with your own mind? How powerful is your mind? It's the most powerful tool we have on earth. If you're not using your mind the right way and you're not using it to help you, you're using it to hurt you. So when it comes to the gym, when it comes to fitness, when it comes to your lifestyle, when it comes to your diet, you guys need to change the way you see yourself, the way you see the things. If you see all healthy food as nasty tasting, then you're not going to eat it. Duh. Who's going to eat something that tastes nasty? No one wants to think of it that way. So guess what? I don't think of foods as nasty. Everything tastes good to me, especially if I'm hungry. It tastes great. Fantastic. Right? But nothing tastes nasty to me, because if it's good for me, if it's healthy for me, then it's good for me and it's fuel. I'm like, thank God for this fuel. And you can't have gratitude and a negative emotion at the same time. You can't have a positive and negative emotion in your mind at the same time. So if you're seeing things as nasty or bad or like, change that. It's like, wow, I'm so grateful I have food on my plate. Wow, I'm so grateful I have the opportunity to grab food at will, at ease, without having to go hunt for my food. And I have the ability of choice to choose what kind of foods I would like to eat. I'm telling you guys, this will change your life right now, man. I'm telling you right now. You guys need to take out a piece of pen and paper and write this stuff down, because I'm giving you the A through Z of changing your mind, then changing your life. When it comes to the gym, that's the easy part. You can have a trainer to learn the physical muscles. You can learn the anatomy of the body, which again, it's not as difficult as you might think, because all you have to do is do a couple worksheets on, hey, name all the muscles. That's the first part. You want to learn your muscles, learn your anatomy. You don't need to learn every single muscle in the body, but hey, what are these called? Pectoralis major. What are these called? Anterior deltoids. These, lateral deltoids. These, rear deltoids, right? You don't even have to know the scientific name, right? It's all Latin anyway, it doesn't matter. Front shoulder, side shoulder, back shoulder. That's good enough, right? You got your pec minor, pec major. The more you know, the better, right? Because you'll be able to target certain muscles better in the gym. You'll be able to move with more intention in the gym because you have more knowledge of the machine that you were given and how to operate the machine, right? So that's just the first step when it comes to being in the gym. For a lot of you guys, if you're not in the gym yet, or if you have started being in the gym but you're just inconsistent, you go once a week, you go 2 times a week, maybe you go 3 times a week, but you don't even know what you're doing in there, you just go in there and wing it. What person has done anything successful by just winging it? Name one person. If you can name one situation where someone just got successful, uber successful, super successful, where most of you guys want to be by just winging it, I'll go ahead and wait. You can drop it in the comments. But that's not how life works. You need to be intentional, right? Write down your goals. Okay, I want to put on 20 pounds of muscle and I want to lose 60 pounds of fat. Okay, so what are the steps to take me there? First of all, you probably have to move more. Second of all, you have to probably have to eat less. Move more, eat less. Most likely you'll lose fat, build muscle. Now, when we get to the nitty-gritty of it, right? And that's why the further along your journey you are, the more knowledge you need or the more professional help you need, right? Because you have the professional athletes, if they just move more and eat less, that's not necessarily going to increase their performance or increase their body composition, build more muscle, lose more fat. That's not the truth. I'll be honest with you guys. The further along your journey you are, the more you need to break it down to a science of things. Now we start talking about macronutrients, micronutrients, recovery, sleep, right? Hydration, sodium intake. How did this affect my muscle building process? Supplements. Now we can start talking about what protein powder should I take. Should I be taking creatine? Guys, so many of you guys are not even ready for any of that. What do you like? You guys need to lock in. Move more, eat less, and change your mind. Change the way you see yourself. I guarantee you, if you just do those 3 things, you will stop being fat and lazy. That is the flat line, the absolute truth of it. Stop viewing yourself in the mirror like a fat, lazy slug, and view yourself in the mirror as a strong, capable human who is blessed to make the opportunity and take advantage of the opportunity in front of them, and that alone will change your life. Then if you move more and eat less, you will start to see body recomposition. You'll start to see more muscle. You'll start to see less fat. Then if you need more guidance, you need more help, go to a fitness professional. You can always leave a comment. I answer the comments for free. You can follow me on Instagram. You can DM me. I answer those for free. There's plenty of people on social media. You can type in Google. You can ask AI. There's very few people that have real life excuses as to why they cannot achieve a certain dream body. And if you're watching this video, chances are you're not one of those people that have a valid excuse as to why you cannot achieve a dream body. Because there's plenty of people who have been drug addicts before that achieved the dream body. Plenty of people who have been alcoholics before achieved the dream body. Paraplegics lost 2 legs, lost 2 arms, were able to transform their body. People that went bankrupt, able to transform their body, transform their life. People that lost their mom and dad and their brother and their sister were able to change their body, change their life. So what's your excuse? Let's be honest here. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and be honest with yourself. Be real. So many of us, we fake it to ourselves. We give ourselves this out so that we can feel comfortable sleeping at night. Your standards are just low. If you want the Ferrari, you want the Lamborghini, you want the dream body, which is what we're talking about now, right? Because I don't have the Lamborghini, I don't have the Ferrari, so I can't speak on those things yet. But everything works the same. How you do anything is how you do everything. If you can't visualize yourself in that dream body, you're not going to have it. If you can't visualize yourself waking up early and visualize the steps it takes to get to your dream body, you're not going to have it. You need to visualize yourself drinking a gallon of water. You need to visualize yourself walking steps after every single meal so you help your digestion and you speed up your metabolism. You need to visualize yourself waking up early, going to the gym if you're limited on time. Going to the gym twice a day if you're that far behind in your fitness journey. If you haven't worked out for 30 years, you're 30 years old, you haven't worked out ever, you're going to have to put in more work than someone who, for example, like me, I've been working out since I was a child because my dad was in the military and that was how I got punished. I used to get punished by doing push-ups, doing wall sits. That's how I would get in trouble. I would have to get on the ground, do push-ups, do wall sits, go for a run. And I'm beyond thankful for that because it's giving me the physical discipline, the mental strength to take my mind to the next level without an external circumstance doing that for me. Right? And there's different levels of evolution. I'm going to continue to evolve and I'm going to continue to level up. But the goal is to not be forced to by life and by God. You don't want your mom to have to pass from cancer for you to start working out. You don't want to have your dad pass away from lung disease for you to stop smoking. You don't want to lose your leg. You don't want to lose one of your legs or lose one of your arms so that you can start taking care of your body. You don't want to get in a car accident so you can start taking care of your car. And again, I can speak on this because this is real life. This is what I've gone through so many things, and I'm going to continue to tell you guys about these things. But you guys have to lock in. You have to lock in. Change your mind, then change your life. Write down what you want. Write down the steps you need to get it. And specifically with your body. Specifically with your fitness. How are you going to do it? Is money worth more than a healthy physical body as well as the great confidence you get by looking yourself in the mirror and feeling happy with your results? Some people tell me $1,000 a month for training is too expensive. Really? That's $12,000 a year. If you're making over $60,000 a year and you're not willing to put $12,000 to completely change your body, your mind, and your life, then it's where are your priorities? That's okay. We're not a good fit to work together. That's fine. Because $1,000 realistically, that's not even a lot. If you're making over $100,000 a year, you should be willing to put a fourth, even half of all the money you make to build an amazing physique, an amazing mindset, because that money will come back tenfold. Again, Jim Rohn, he said a quote. He said, "I found in my past, income does not far exceed personal development." Take that in. Income does not far exceed personal development. If you're not personally developing, your income will not level up. Part of personal development is working out, looking yourself in the mirror, visualizing, speaking positive things to yourself, hanging around people that are going to give you positive things to say, not gossiping, not hanging around small-minded people that all they do is talk about other people. Gossip. Talk about other events. Gossip. Instead, asking, hey, how can you level up? How can I help you level up? I see that you've been struggling with XYZ. I know that your goal is to do this. How can I help you, bro? Like, I got real love for you, so I really want to help you get to the next level. How can I help? How many of your friends are doing that? How many people you know that you love, that they say they love you, are actually doing that? I'm surrounded by a bunch of people that say they love me. How many people are coming to me and saying, hey, I see you're struggling here. Can I help at all? None. No one is coming to save you. Not one person. Make moves or make excuses. You can't do both.